In this video, we are going to truncate a sentence to the width we wanted. Hello, this is Jagan from growwithdata. I am posting this video to share my knowledge in Python language with you. If this assists you in your interview preparation anyways, I will be happy. I have created a playlist Python interview questions 51 to 100 and I will be tagging this video to that playlist. The code we discuss in this video will be posted in GitHub and the link will be provided in the video description. Now let's say sample input data and you can talk about the question in detail. So we are given a string yes and a constant value k. So what they are asking us to do is you have to truncate yes such that it contains only the first k words. If you see this, yes, it got hello, how are you, contestant. So there are 5 words and the constant value k is 4. That means we have to slice this string to 4 words. So we want to see only hello, how are you. We don't want to have the contestant. Okay, so that is what is asked for. So a sentence is a list of words, right? And they are separated by a space all the time. And there is no trailing or leading spaces. And each of the word consists only of uppercase and lowercase English letters and there is no punctuations. So these are the basic rules of the game. Now, how will you convert the whole string to the width you want or the number of words you want? First thing is, how will you convert a string or how will you read every word from a string? For that, what we can do is, we can use the function called slice. Let's get this string. If I say yes, that's what the string is, right? So if I say yes dot split, it's going to give you a list of elements. And if I say yes dot split, if I say 0, it's going to give me the first word. If I say 2, then it starts with 0, 1, 2. R is the word. If I give a range like :2, that means it starts with 0. 0 is predefined. If I don't give it, it takes 0 as default. If I say 0 to 2, 0, 1, it don't consider the last number. It just goes one number before that. So 0, 1, 2 words. If I say 0 and then end is going to be the last word. It will get all the words. So this is the way you convert a string to a list of elements. Now it's the other way. If yes equal to list of elements, how will you convert that to a string? Basically, you just say space dot join a. So this is the delimiter. So whatever the element is, you use the space as a delimiter and combine all the elements to a list. So all the words are going to be elements convert to a string. And the delimiter is this. If I give a comma, then all the elements will have comma in between. But we need a proper sentence, so we are going with space. Okay, so combining these two parts, and then you have to consider this constant value. How will you get the required result? Let's start with our favorite function, the looping process. Diff grow with data. The input is yes and k. So first I am going to split this, yes dot split. So this is going to give me a list of elements and I am assigning that to the same variable. And I am going to have another variable which is a list. Now I am going for a looping process. For I in range, the length of the list. That means it gives you the number of elements in it. I say if I, which is the constant, is less than whatever the constant we got as an input variable, then you say result dot append yes of that particular element. Now if you return result, it will give you the list of elements. let me get this. See, if it's 4, then it will give the first 4 elements. Hello, how are you? But we need as a string. So as I always said, go for join, the easier one, and you get that elements into a string. Now this is the normal looping process, right? And it's a brute force method basically. Now how will I simplify? I'm just getting a number and then going with finding that element in that list. So instead of going for this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the same function. The small twist that I'm going to have range, I use enumerate, enumerate. So enumerate will give you the index and the value. So I don't want to split here. I can even split on the for condition. So in the for this, I say enumerate the list of elements. This is going to give me what is the index of it, what is the value of it. Now I say if that index is less than k, then you append not the s of I but the value. Now if you run this, you get the same result. So instead of going for a number and then getting that element, we simply get the index and the value and one function enumerate. And then you check if the index is less than the ask one. If not, then you just append to the result. And then you return by combining all the elements to a string. This is much better, right? You have for loop, you have if condition, all the same, but the key thing is instead of going for that list of elements, I directly bring in the value because the enumerate gives you index and value. Great. Now, do you really need this looping logic? Since I said here, I overwritten this. So if I have the string of elements, instead of joining, if I say a of colon 4, right? It give me the first 4 elements. Now I'm going to use the same function here. I don't want to go for looping process. What I'm going to do is I simply get the function and then I say you just split. What will happen if I split? Let me get the s. So I put it here. So what will happen if I give yes dot split? That will give me the list of elements. Now if I want to restrict k, right? I bring in k here. And if I say split and then get till you have the k part. Now it directly brings you the how much ever elements you need. You don't have to go for all the loops. I am going to use that same function here. And it's going to give me the list of elements. So I am going to use the join function. This dot join the list of elements. And what should I do with this? I just return it. And if I call this function, it gives me the same result. First I have the for loop of range of values and then use that value in the if condition and get the particular element from that string or the list of arrays, list of elements. The second process is instead of going for the like the constant or the integer value and then get the s of I, we get the index and the val in same function and it that. But the last one is much simpler and makes more sense. You just split it and then you slice how much ever element you need and basically you join and just return it back. So I prefer going with this loop, but if you are not familiar with this, you got stuck, then this is one of the easier way. Go with for loop if condition, make sure use the enumerate so you don't have to go for the one part of it, right? Just one line of code. Just go with this. Okay, if you want to see all this code, then you go with data playlist. This will be in Python interview questions 51 to 100. There's a Tamil version also, Tamil Python interview questions 51 to 100. If you go into the playlist, you have the videos and all the video will have their GitHub link here. So that will take you to the code base for that particular video. That will have the create statement, that will have the functions we talked about. Now we are talking about 84th, right? We are the 84th. That video is going to have this GitHub link, which has a brute force method, and then we are using the enumerate, and then a direct split, slice, and join part. So you can use this for your practice. If you want to join the WhatsApp channel, there is a link here. You can use this and join Growth Data WhatsApp channel. Hope you like this video and thanks for watching.